Alright, guys and girls, this is Jerningham here. I had a thing in my brain and a theory in life itself. Imagine if you can time travel on the ground, through fog and through mist. I saw lots of things it's like a TV program. It was on TV. It's about witches and stuff. And they went time traveling, like a girls of witches. They went time traveling in time. It's like a kids program, obviously. And basically they went into another dimension through the mist. Imagine that in real life, if we could actually go time traveling through a mist on the ground, and we could actually go to different dimensions. But some people would say no, some people would say yeah. But the thing is, what would you do in these dimensions if you had the choice and the chance to go back and bring your friends and bring your family members back to this time in 2022, which would be 2023, just for a couple more years, if your mums and your dads, your brothers and your sisters, aunties and uncles have lost a loved one, to just give them back that time of loving someone and having them around for a couple more years. Would they want to come back, or would they want to stay in the previous time? Imagine if you wanted to go into World War One and World War Two. Would you go into the skies in the aeroplane and it disappears into another dimension? Or would you make loads of choices from your friends and your family? Would you want to stay there? Would you like to stay here? But some people would say go, some people would say stay. But the thing is, how would you get backwards and forwards from there? If thunder and lightning happens in the sky, do you go travelling in a dimension like Tintin and his dog? Even though it's a game. I've been thinking of this thing in my head, and some people would say, looking at a photograph, imagine a time machine. Going through there, explaining things to your friends and your family, that one of these days they're going to die, and they know they're going to die, and you know they're going to die, but they just laugh at you and think you're stupid. And then you bring back the people that you've loved to see somebody else. They look at you and think, is it somebody that's pretending to be somebody else? Or how on earth did you bring back to life? Or was it just an act? All these things I'm thinking in my head here. And some people think differently. Some people may think I'm being crazy or silly. You can't time travel. Imagine other planets you can. I mean, if you had the choice, you guys and girls, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, kids, teenagers, mums, dads, aunties and uncles, friends, relatives, what would you do? Would you time travel? Would you go back in time, or would you stay back in this time? You've already seen what's going in time building up, and we've already been. Some of us have been in olden days and gone into these days. But when you decide to time travel and then come back to 2023, you'll be an old man, and the people that you see in the time traveling back then, they'd be younger than you. So it's like swapping places. Would you take that risk? Would you take that chance? Some people would say you had fun back in the olden days. What about now? Some people have fun growing up now. Perhaps it was a lot easier back in the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s and the 60s and the 40s and the 50s and 1944 and 1945. It depends what you like to do, guys, girls, boys and girls. If I had the chance, I'd go back in time. Or go back to school and learn things, and then find a girlfriend, get a job. Don't mix with the wrong crowd. What would you do? Would you keep things the way they are? Or would you actually move on and make things better for yourself? I know what I would do. I'd like to time travel, and perhaps the things in the sea, people get lost and time travel. They probably do. They don't just die and go underneath the sea, or get lost in the sky and the plane crashes in the middle of a desert or a Caribbean island. But tell me what you guys and girls, and ladies and boys and girls, think. Is it possible to try and travel other planets? Could be. But anyway, I better go. I've said what I've had to have said. And I would like them to make a time machine and give me that chance. But you got to think to yourself, if you do actually go back in time travel, your friends and family will be left behind. Is that what you want to do? Or do you want to stay here or take them with you? Anyway, I better go. Short video. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy. Peace. Take it easy.